Our speaker is Mustapha Bala from Yulin University, China. Today, he presents his talk on the topic, Love Metaphors and Embodiment of Heart in Cross-Linguistic Studies.
Good afternoon. I'm Mustapha Bala Tsakuwa. I'm speaking from Yulin University, China. Together with me this afternoon is Chunguang Li, a professor from Beijing Foreign Studies University. The topic of our presentation is Love Metaphors in Embodiment of Heart in Cross-Linguistic Studies. We are glad to share our research findings with you at this conference on love studies. In our presentation, we are going to talk briefly on embodiment in cross-linguistic studies, the heart. We'll talk also on embodiment of the heart, of the human heart, and it is love metaphors across languages and cultures. We'll talk on research aims and questions of our study, and we'll present our theoretical frameworks and research methods. We'll also present the results of our analysis and attempt to answer our research questions. And at the end, we'll finish our talk with concluding remarks. Embodiment in cross-linguistic studies, the heart, is a volume edited by Cozy and Spox in 2023. With the exception of the introductory chapter, which was written by the editors, the book has 19 well-presented chapters focusing on metaphor and metonymy. Right from the cover of the book, we can see an illustration of the heart, which is traditionally Hungarian, that is a culture-specific, which also portrays universal symbol of the heart, which is mostly associated with love. And it also shows that love blooms from the heart. I would like to read a quotation from the book, or some part of the quotation, which says, "The present volume offers a selection of studies on linguistic explorations into the concept of heart, each of them showing some ways in which language, culture, cognition, and perception about human body are interconnected." The chapters, which investigate 19 languages, ranging from broadly studied to endangered ones, also demonstrate how different theoretical and methodological frameworks can be facilitated to better understand the layers of cross-linguistic meanings of the heart. And I would also like to make it clearly that the present volume is the first attempt in focusing exclusively on the linguistic representation of the heart. And the human heart is a complex and very important organ, as we all know, with its functions, position, size, and structure, coupled with its delicate and extraordinary nature, have become sources of its figurative usage in human language and communication. Through different cognitive and cultural embodiments, generally the human heart in the book is conceptualized across languages and cultures as a source and a seat of both positive and negative emotions like love, sadness, happiness, anxiety, and others. In the book, the concept of heart is repeated about 5,601 times, while love is mentioned about 428 times. Among the emotion concepts presented in the book, love appears to be the most associated term with the heart. And Of course, our research therefore aims at focusing on romantic and non-romantic love metaphors in the heart across languages and cultures like Kazakhs, Hungarian, Finnish, Buryat, Polish, Portuguese, Udmurt, Turkish, Kurdish, Serbian, Ainu, English, Yoruba, Fulfulde, Mansi, and Chinese, among other languages presented in the volume. With this, we came up with 3 different research questions. One says, what are the romantic and non-romantic love metaphors in the heart across languages and cultures in this volume? 2 says, how the romantic and non-romantic love metaphors in the heart are similar across languages and cultures in this volume, and why the romantic and non-romantic love metaphors in the heart differ across cultures and languages in this volume. Of course, we make use of cognitive and cultural linguistics as our theoretical framework. This is because we believe that these 2 frameworks are complementary to each other, though at times cognitive linguists seems to emphasize more on cognitive conceptualizations, while on the other hand, cultural linguists seems to emphasize more on cultural conceptualizations. But of course, we all know that we can't do without the other. And from these theoretical frameworks, our study relies solely on Zoltan Kovac's argument on emotion, particularly love metaphor, and Viktor Karandashev's cultural typology of love and its embodiment. Of course, we employ qualitative research design using data from these published chapters contributed in the book, in the volume. And of course, we also employ content analytical approach in the analysis and interpretation of the data we have collected in this study. These are the results we got from our analysis. We can say that love is metaphorically conceptualized across these languages as a plant, a force, fire, concrete and non-concrete substance, container, medicine, worship, action, heart, and unity. And we can see also that romantic metaphors which have R have about 75% of love metaphors in the book, while non-romantic love metaphors amount to 25% in the book. And of course, we did observe that languages like Kazakh, Portuguese, Kurdish, Serbian, Ainu, Polish, Tunisian Arabic, Mixtec, Japanese, as well as Chinese, have no any record of romantic and non-romantic metaphors in this volume. And then this doesn't mean that these languages don't have romantic and non-romantic metaphors in them. However, we couldn't see any in this in our analysis of this very text. With this, we come to answer our research questions. First, ask about the similarities of romantic and non-romantic metaphors in the heart across these languages. We came to have this, as we mentioned earlier, that romantic love is metaphorically conceptualized as a plant, force, liquid and non-liquid substance, fire, heart, and even unity across these languages. While non-romantic metaphor is conceptualized as a fire, medicine, concrete and non-concrete substance, action, and worship in these languages. Research questions 2 says, how romantic and non-romantic metaphor, love metaphor in the heart are similar across these languages and cultures. We did observe that in our study that these languages, in describing romantic metaphor, for instance, as a fire, they make use of word fire and other words related to it, like blaze, burning, ignition, and others. And of course, in describing or conceptualizing love as a container, most of the languages show that love is like a place or a container in which lovers can get into or out of it. And from the similarities, emphasize that romantic love and non-romantic love metaphors in the heart are universal. And of course, this goes in line with Kovac's argument on the emotion or love metaphors. While the similarities arise from shared embodied experiences and the hard cross-cultural role as a bridge between physical and emotional experiences, the differences or specifics of the love metaphors in the heart have to do with cultural and linguistic variations that shape people's perception and embodiment. This also goes in line with Kovac's argument on the love metaphors issue. And research question 3, which says why the romantic and non-romantic love metaphors in the heart differ across languages. We observe that romantic love metaphors operate at a personal level or in individualist societies, while non-romantic love metaphors manifest in collectivist, spiritual, or communal communities. These are in line with Karandashev's submission on the cultural typologies of love and its embodiment, which reveal how language, culture, and body interact to structure human emotion and love experiences. We did observe that also among all the language studies in this text, Fulfulde happens to be the language that has the highest number of romantic love metaphors but it has no any record of non-romantic love metaphor. While Christian English seems to have the highest number of non-romantic love metaphors, but it has no any record of romantic love metaphors in this very text. In the former, love can be a substance in the heart, or the heart itself, or even a part of the heart, while in the latter, love is an action, a worship done in the heart, or a spiritual medicine to the heart. And the whole, this very text or volume could be seen among the leading cross-linguistic studies on the heart, which can benefit scientific research community and trigger further cross-linguistic investigation on heart and emotion concept like love, anger, anxiety, sadness, among others. These are our references. With this, we say thank you for your time, and we really appreciate your questions and suggestions.